G'day guys, it's Chris the Ultimate Recycler back in the storage shed at the shop for episode 8 of the Great Shop Cleanup. We're making room. There's actually space between you and me. So we're working on this big pile in the middle of this particular storeroom. It's kind of the best place to start because I can't get anything much out of that other room until I get more of a walkway. It's all got to go anyway. Most of this stuff was moved from my old shop next door and I really haven't been able to get to it for, well, I've been in here for nearly 3 years. It's all mostly stock. There's some bookwork, there's some other stuff. I'm sure there's some things I can't remember ever getting. The pile beside me here was mostly from the farm when we finally finished getting stuff out of the farm. I think it was all earmarked to be sold, but we'll go through it. We'll work out what we're going to do. We've got to make some space because if you've been following the channel, you know the shop is about to be auctioned. Our landlord is selling the whole property. The auction, as I speak now, is coming up this Friday. That's tomorrow. It's Thursday today. I will try and film it. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but I will try and film it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, from my perspective, it doesn't sell. It sits on the market for quite some time. I know that's probably a bit unfair to the owners, but then again, they need quite a bit of time to clean up their stuff. So we should have at least 6 months, even if it sells at auction. If it sits on the market for a couple of years, well, we'll continue to clean out, but we won't empty the shop and we'll keep trading, and we might even do some more deceased estates. Who knows what the future holds for us? But at the moment, we've got to really act as if it's an urgent cleanup. I'm trying to be as efficient as I can, but also I'm filming the journey for you guys and for something that I can look back on when I'm sitting in my retirement home wondering what I did with my life. I've got a few big series to look back on. Let's start with these boxes here. It's from the farm. I don't know what's in it, so let's unbox it together and see what value we've got. Make some decisions. You know, the old rule, don't just move it, deal with it. So it's nice to actually have room to put the camera tripod without sort of the legs hitting somewhere. Now these are all cable ties. Obviously I had some stored and labelled in this tub. Not many. And as I've found more, I've kind of just thrown them in the general direction of this tub. So I guess we can put them all in there. And I do use them at home. I've been using them when I've been wrapping up power supplies and that for sale, so we'll put them aside and they will be useful. Everyone uses cable ties, right? What's in? Oh, an empty box. Obviously just kept for good eBay packaging. It's got that really nice sort of spongy foam lining, so given that I will be doing a lot of eBaying down the track, I'm not doing any while we're cleaning up the shop. I really have to focus on getting rid of low value stuff, but I'm stacking good eBay stuff aside for future income. Oh, more cable ties. Let's get this. What do we got here? Just some old tea towels, an old towel, so just some rags, and plastic garbage bags. Some have been used, some are still in packets. Probably came from a house lot we cleaned out. We keep all this sort of stuff because, you know, it's useful. We don't have to buy our own. Normally I wouldn't buy plastic garbage bags. I think it's actually just adding to the environmental problem in the world, putting things in big plastic bags. A lot of times people throw out stuff that could be dealt with other ways, like composted or something. But since they're in existence, we may as well use them. I'll go and put them in the kitchen area. They might be handy when we're cleaning up. Okay, we have a... oh no. Well, it's not really an oh no, but let me get the top off here if I can. Oh. Is it attached? I think it's taped. It says old comics to sell. I'll just show you. Look. Comics. Heaps of comics. Donald Duck, Uncle Scrooge, Dennis the Menace, Moby Duck. Don't see too many Moby Ducks. Not in very good condition. Some of them. There's comic covers missing. So comics do really well for us. We do sell a lot of them. These would have all been from the farm. And if you had seen a recent episode, I did go through a pile of comics, priced them out at over $700 in the shop. Most of them were just $5 or $10 a go. I will research them. The Crunch. Don't know the Crunch. So some of these could be quite valuable. UFO. There's some stuff here I don't recognise. Tornado. Ginty. I've never heard of most of these. And sometimes that's a good sign. If they're obscure, they can be worth money. Whereas Donald Duck comics, well, there's a lot of them around. This one's quite badly damaged. So it will add up to a lot of money, but it's going to take me quite a while to go through that. I'll probably do that when the shop's open over the weekend and put them into plastic sleeves like the other ones and hopefully sell some. Where am I going to put these for now? Just down here. And I mentioned with comics that that's something we can probably sell at markets down the track, so I don't see a need to discount those. That's a measuring jug. Alright, probably just put that in our free box. We have an RCD, I think, which is a residual current device, something like that. Anyway, it's a safety reset switch for a PowerPoint, so that will sell. That's for the old Kodak slides. Back in the day when slides were all the go. I don't know if there's a market for these. I do have some in the shop. I might add that to it. Another measuring jug. I don't know where they come from. And a vintage plastic. It's been melted. It's got a hole right through it, so that can go in the rubbish. Can't recycle those. Alright, down here we have some vintage headphones. Look very 70s. Stereo phone. Fortunately, the vinyl on the earpads is quite good. I find modern ones decay and break down very quickly, but these old ones, that's good. So that will suit a retro hi-fi collector. I don't think that they're going to be particularly good quality. Stereo phone, it says. Suits someone with a square head. Perfect. Look, I'll test those. They've got a standard plug with an adapter on them to take it down to the earphone jack. I'll test them. We should get $10 just purely because they're retro. So something to sell. And we have a box here with, looks like some staples, some leather punch tools. That's a press stud crimper or something. Oh, this one I think is an ear notcher for possibly pigs or cattle. Let me get that off. So takes a big notch out of the ear for marking. I remember when I went to college and we had to deal with pigs, there was a sequence of a few notches you took out of the ear for identification purposes. They used to bleed a lot, but yeah, I don't know that there was that many nerve endings in a pig's ear. I don't think they were too worried about it. They used to squeal just when you came in the shed. Very noisy creatures. Okay, empty boxes. That's just a power supply from something. I'll put that with my other power supplies in a minute. A classic foam esky from probably the 1980s, maybe probably earlier than that actually, 60s or 70s. Yeah, certainly earlier in the 80s. I'd say probably 60s. It's actually in pretty good condition. They're quite brittle. And we have some bottles in here. Just some, they're like for sprinkling spices. Actually says Rawleys, which was a famous company in Melbourne for medicines and things. The other one's not. Oh yeah, the other one's labelled. So 2 Rawleys spice shakers. They should sell. Probably get $10 a pair there. An enamel bowl. It's made in China. It's Elephant brand, but it's probably a 70s or 80s era one. Possibly still sell. What else is in here? Another enamel bowl, a very early one, much heavier gauge metal. That's been around a long time. It's also quite damaged. Maybe we'll put them together and put $5 a pair. This looks like a Tupperware jug. Yes, it is Tupperware. Just needs a bit of a wash, but that would probably still sell. Vintage Tupperware sells quite well. I don't know how vintage it is. It might be 1980s or so, this one. I think Tupperware had some sort of lifetime guarantee. So I remember someone buying an old piece of Tupperware once and said, I don't care what it's like. I'm just going to claim it as damaged and get a new one. I don't know how true that was, but that jug's still quite good. Should sell. Probably only go $5 on it. A little cream jar, 1/2 pint cream. I don't know what it's had in it, but that'll wash up. We'll get $5 for that. And we have some stuff wrapped up in paper. Just glasses, are they? Drinking glasses. different design, but these are the sort that you would buy Vegemite or jam or something in, and they just had a press-on lid, and then when the jar was empty, you used them as drinking glasses. A lot of families got by through the 60s and 70s with a whole set of drinking glasses that were just basically recycled jars from Vegemite and such. I don't think that one is, though. I've seen that pattern before. But these are certainly 60s era, I would suggest. And it's similar to the other one. So we might make a collection of vintage drinking glasses. They're all about the same size, slightly different designs. Might go 5 the set. That's all that's in here. The actual esky itself, or the cooler, or the chili bin, depends where you're from, is pretty cool. It's retro, it's got a few bruises and bumps, but it's complete, it's not broken. I think would probably, we'd get at least 10. I think we'll put 10 on that. Someone would love it. We'd probably even get more, but I'd be happy just to get 10 for it. Really cool vintage piece of Australiana, that one. Okay, what else have we got? We're getting through this pile. Vases, etc. to sell, fragile. So these come from the farm. They've been packed up when we've been cleaning out the farmhouse, and Mum's obviously given the go-ahead for these to be sold. There's another one down here, dinner set to sell, and this one says empty folders to sell and albums. Don't know what sort of folders they would be. Oh, okay, these things. Right, they're not going to get very much. We may even put the lot out for free. I'd much prefer to rehome them than throw them out. It looks like there's some photo albums here too. Photo albums, yeah. Oh, it looks unused. Well, they may have a market. I'll check them out, but that whole box should be pretty easy to deal with. Okay, I'll move some of these, and we might go through the vases and perhaps the dinner set out on the counter. We've got some more room. All right, let's get into this tub. It'll give us some more shop stock. I've got to keep feeding this stuff into the shop because, as you know, I'm not buying any deals at the moment. And it may not ever happen. We'll see what happens with the shop. Okay, we've got some glass bowls. Sort of set. They look like sort of 60s or 70s textured glass. A set of dessert bowls, I guess. So we have 3. I'm presuming there's going to be a set of 6. No, I don't think I wrapped this up. It could have been my brother. We had a bit of a system going and Mum was overseeing. Some ornaments. I don't remember seeing that one. Made in China, so fairly modern ornament. Not damaged. A bit dusty. But we still should get, we might get $10 for that. Okay. Wrapped up in black paper this time. This is a glass vase, probably 70s again, sort of a milk glass. No marks on it. So yeah, maybe just 5. A larger one this time. Oh, I do remember this. A really nice 60s era drink set jug. I think we've got the glasses for it. I'm not sure if they're all there. But possibly made in Poland. A lot of this stuff was Polish. And I pointed out in one of these jugs recently, they often crack around where the handle's moulded to the body, and this one hasn't. Really nice. I love the dabs of colour. It looks like, in fact, I'm sure they've just used a paintbrush. Must have been something that could be enamelled paint or something. I would imagine if you put that through the dishwasher, that would come off. Never been used much, and I don't ever remember us using it at the farm. It's still got all its gold highlights on it. So eventually that does come off when they're hand washed. So I don't think it had a lot of use. Not sure where that came from. It might have been a wedding gift from Mum and Dad. Now, how many glasses have we got, and are they in this box? Well, that's not one. That's a very modern vase. In fact, that one's a handmade. It's one of those hobby ceramic ones. So maybe someone that Mum knew had made that. This feels like a drinking glass. Yes, that's what we want to see. Hopefully we've got all 6. I don't remember if any came to grief. Maybe they did. Maybe some got broken. If they did, it wasn't me. I know nothing about it. We got 2. I don't think we've got... Oh, we might have them. Not much left in this box. Here's number 3. Now, even one more would be okay to give us a set of 4. But I don't think we have it. We might only have 3 glasses. What's left in this is a set of, what are they, kind of ramekins, small bowls in a frame. Made in China, quite modern. I'm not sure what we would use those for. Not really big enough for dessert bowls. I don't know. Anyway, it's a complete set. Might get 10 for that. Unfortunately, with 3 glasses, we're not going to get a lot for this set. The jug on its own would probably get about 30. But if I had all 6 glasses, I'd be looking at double that, if not a bit more. But with only 3 glasses, and this one looks like it's got a small chip. It has a couple of nibbles to the side of it. So we might get 40 for the set though. 35, something like that. All right, let's get these off the bench. We'll see what is in the dinner set box. Okay, so this says dinner set to sell. I don't know. Oh, it says etc. So there might be something else in here. We'll see. I don't even remember what sort of dinner set it could be. Oh, okay. Midwinter style craft, Staffordshire, England, fashion shape. And the numbers at the bottom would indicate it dates to 1959. So it is quite a 50s style. Is that what we've got in here? No, this is different. This looks like a Japanese one, perhaps Noritake. Oh no, I'm mistaken. It's Westminster, Australia. That surprised me. Doesn't really do anything to the value. It's got a few dirty marks on it. Really hard stuff to sell. English China certainly sells much better. Doesn't matter whether it's Australian or Japanese. So, looks like we have a set of bowls. I guess they're soup bowls, they're quite shallow. So is that the dinner set? Is it all that one and we don't have any Englishware? Oh no, this is different again. A pottery mug, looks like that says, does that say Jim? Bit of a stylised J, almost looks like a K, but I think it says Jim. Given that that was Dad's name, it probably is. 1980s era, like a studio pottery, very earthy type colours. Very hard to sell that stuff. All right, another soup bowl. That's what I'm calling them. And another one. And another one. Is that 6? Yeah, we got 6 of them. Oh, that's a bit dirty. Yeah, it's just dust, it's not stained. So I have plates under that. What else is over here? Oh, here's English. This looks like Johnson English. Johnson Brothers England. I'm right on that one. So I think there was quite a lot of that, and there's varying sets. That's a different one. Johnson Brothers England again, but quite worn. The pattern's nearly worn right off that one. These would have been well used, and that's another one of the same. And we may have picked up odds from op shops and such to replace broken ones. So that's the same set again. It's a small bowl, but it's quite stained again. It'd be pretty hard to get much for that. And here's the cups. Oh no, these are the cups. These are for the Westminster Australian set. So it looks like we've just got a mixture of a couple of different sets in here. I won't bore you with unwrapping them all. I'll go through it now and I'll show you when I've finished if I get anything worth showing you. Okay, nothing really worth showing you, just the rest of that Westminster set. There wasn't any more English stuff. There must be more of that in another box because I know there was lots of that. And I found a matching mug for the Jim one, and that's the Bernie one, being my parents' names. I don't know if Mum wants those, we'll check. Although she would have scanned this stuff as we packed it. So there we go, we'll get that priced in the shop this weekend. Not going to get very much for it. Look, I know there's probably more of this set, but I'm not going to worry, it's pretty rough. I might just put $5 on the lot there, and if it's still in the shop, when I unpack more, we'll add it to that. This bowl might be just a 3. I don't think there's much more of that set. I don't remember seeing that pattern before. This lot here, we might just put 20 of the lot on. Pretty hard to sell dinner sets like that, especially with the gold trim. You can't put it in the microwave, you can't put it in the dishwasher. So yeah, someone will appreciate it. I don't really want to go to the trouble of washing it, but I might just wipe the obvious dust off it, and someone will love it for 20 bucks. Move it on. All right, one more thing to show you, and that's our progress today. How much space we've made. We can almost get through uninterrupted through the other storeroom. So next week, or next chance I get, I'll do those boxes on the floor there. It looks like I did have a peek in this, and it is actually the planer. I don't know where that came from. Dad might have bought that. Looks pretty much unused. It's got a $60 price tag on it, so I might have picked it up at a garage sale. Some milk crates full of books by the looks of it, at least the first one is. We've got another wall of milk crates behind there, so we'll keep working through this pile. That's pretty much the only stack of farm stuff I've got here. The rest of it's mine, and there's lots of treasures back in there. So we'll keep working away at this room. I don't see any reason to try and change tact. The more open space we make, the more satisfying it is, and the more I feel like I'm getting somewhere. So that'll do for this episode. More stuff out of the room. We'll be here tomorrow, being Friday. The auction's on. I'll see if I can film it, or at least I'll give you a report on what happened. Then hopefully we have a busy weekend, move a lot of stock, make space in the shop. We actually sold another set of shelves right next to me, went just the other day, and we brought this one in from over the other part. So as things go in the middle of the shop, we'll be bringing stuff in from other rooms and try and keep the shop well stocked until we eventually empty all our stores, not just out there, but more at home, some out the back. It's everywhere. So we've got a lot of content for this series, and we've got to put it all through while we still have a shop. Fingers crossed the auction goes in our favourite tomorrow. I don't want it to sell and then the guy saying, yep, let's knock it down quick. Well, 3-month settlement, we're in. That wouldn't suit me at all. Keep your fingers crossed for me, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.